Hello friends, I am Arpit and I am here with today's analysis. Today is 4th of February and we will be dealing with three very important topics which are in news. The first is National Manufacturing Mission. This mission was announced by the Finance Minister in this year budget, that is 2025-26. It not only aims at boosting the manufacturing output but also focuses upon the quality. It is also talking about skill development as well as enabling ease of doing business. Some sectors which are being focused upon is clean tech, footwear manufacturing. Then we are also talking about food processing industries in Bihar, and we are focusing upon other major sectors which are evolving in the Indian economy. The idea is to reduce dependence upon other countries and boost the domestic production which can cater to the domestic demand as well as export the products. Next is four new Ramsar sites have been added. Two of them are in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu was the state having the highest number of Ramsar sites. Now two more have been added. Then one is in Jharkhand, one is in Sikkim. Both these states get their respective first Ramsar site. This was done on this occasion of the World Wetland Day, which was celebrated on 2nd of February. Now, with the inclusion of these four new Ramsar sites, there are total 89 Ramsar sites in India. So, this is a significant achievement for the country. But yes, with an added responsibility because these Ramsar sites, they have to be conserved pretty, well. Next is Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Again, this scheme was announced in this year's budget. It focuses upon increasing agricultural productivity, adopting sustainable practices, and supporting in the post-harvest processes. The scheme will be focusing upon 100 districts which are having low productivity. Means it aims to make agriculture more equitable, boost the agricultural production in those areas where it is struggling. We're talking about pulses production here. We're talking about other cash crops. We're talking about horticultural products. We're talking about establishing a Makhana board in Bihar and such like. Then we will be talking about or dealing with the MCQs based on these three topics and discussing the answers to the MCQs of 1st of February. So, National Manufacturing Mission, on 1st of February, when our finance minister laid the union budget, she outlined these initiatives. Actually, manufacturing or the secondary sector was one such sector which had been ignored largely over the last, I would say, in the post-reform era after 1991. But yes, since the last 10 years or so, our focus on the secondary sector has increased. First, there was Make in India scheme. Now there is this National Manufacturing Mission. So there are multiple sectors. First is clean tech. We are focusing upon footwear. We are focusing upon toys also. And on all these, we depend upon other countries. Like for example, toys, a lot of them are imported from China. But what if we start producing them over here? Can we? Yes, we can. There is nothing, no rocket science or no such, advanced technology required for such kind of products. What was missing was the focus. If we start doing that, then we will be catering to our domestic production, domestic population by domestic production. We will not only be catering to the domestic population, we can export it also. And in doing this, we will reduce the dependence on countries like China. This is what Atmanirbharta means. We are also, included Purvodaya mission or Purvodaya initiative for food processing sector in Bihar. That is also part of the National Manufacturing Mission. So let us see what this deals with. It aims to cover small, medium and large industries to enhance Make in India. And micro industries as such technically are not included, but yes, small, medium and large industries are there. The mission will provide comprehensive policy support, roadmaps for execution, and a framework for governance and monitoring both the central and state levels. Ultimate aim is to increase productivity. So focus areas, ease and cost of doing business should be, there. Cost of doing business should be low, ease of doing business should be high. We should also aim at creating a future ready workforce, skilled workforce we have to, create. And skills are also learnt in the industry. There are less chances that you learn skills beforehand and you are skill ready and you go to the industry and you from day one are that much productive. You learn some basic set of skills before entering the industry, and when actually you enter the industry, there you learn the actual skills. And then when you have that skill set with you, when you have that experience with you, you can apply in other industries. And this is how you will become a future ready workforce. Vibrant and dynamic MSME sector. Vibrant and dynamic means productivity should be high, innovation should be there, and it should be climate friendly as well. Technology availability. So ensuring availability of advanced and innovative technologies for manufacturing sectors. Accessibility it is called as. Because latest technology or good technologies being adopted for manufacturing can not only lead to increased productivity, it will lead to good quality products. It will lead to sustainable manufacturing. It will also lead to longevity of those products which are being produced, thereby reducing the burden on the environment for more production. So yes, technology availability can be beneficial in multiple, uh, I would say ways. So one of the ways is quality products will be produced. So these are the focus areas where this mission will be focusing upon. But yes, sectoral focus. Which sectors is this national manufacturing mission as of now is applicable according to our finance minister? First is the clean tech manufacturing. Clean tech means renewable energy, or you would say uh, electric mobility and all. So like solar PV cells used in generating solar power, electric vehicle batteries, nickel cadmium batteries, or I would say cobalt batteries and all. EV motors and controllers, electric vehicle motors and controllers. Again, these are contributing to, or these are part of clean tech. Electrolyzers, which are used for electrolysis, and electrolysis can produce fuels like hydrogen, which are clean fuels. Wind turbines, renewable source of energy. High voltage transmission equipment, renewable energy being generated, how it will be transmitted. Grid scale batteries, which are again used in renewable energy generation, I would say circuits. So these are what clean tech manufacturing, and this is one of the sectoral focus in the national manufacturing mission. Apart from clean tech manufacturing, another is focused product scheme for footwear and leather sectors. So, there was a very viral news during the COVID that one of the biggest shoemakers in the world have shifted its base from China to India, and it will be now manufacturing footwear in India. Now, that was just the beginning, I would say. And this is something which is kind of, demanded by every individual in the world. And what if we start making it? So, key features of this particular scheme related to footwear manufacturing, enhancing the productivity, quality, and competitiveness of the footwear and leather sectors. This is one such, I would say, focus. But key features, it will support the design capacity, component manufacturing, and machinery required for both leather and non-leather footwear production. Special emphasis will be placed on non-leather quality footwear in addition to traditional leather footwear and leather products. Expected outcome, employment generation will be there. Around 22 lakh jobs can be generated. Economic impact, it is expected to generate turnover of 4 lakh crore rupees. And export growth initiative aims to boost exports from the sector to 1.1 lakh crore rupees. So, all these are expected outcomes. One thing which I could feel was that in this budget, there was focus upon employment generation and relief to middle class. Yes, there will be more and more articles coming in the newspapers. We will be dealing with them, like what has been the analysis of the budget and all. That becomes important for us. Then the next sectoral focus is toys. National Action Plan for Toys. It is a strategic initiative which is aiming at making India a global hub for toy manufacturing. India currently imports a lot of toys from the other countries, but yes, what if India becomes a global hub for toy manufacturing? Again, this is something which is required by every child in this world getting born. The poor ones cannot afford expensive toys, but yes, less expensive toys can be made for them. This is something which is part of upbringing of a child. So key focus areas, toy manufacturing clusters have to be established. So development of specialized manufacturing hubs for toy production to optimize production capabilities and reduce costs. Skill development, ensuring a skilled workforce for toy industry through training and education. And innovation and sustainability, encouraging the production of eco-friendly and innovative toys to cater to global market demands. It is expected to position India as a major player in the global toy industry, which has massive market globally. And last is support for food processing. Food processing is one such, I would say, sunshine sector, which is flourishing in India currently. Food processing is all about the aftermath of cultivation. It aims at increasing the shelf life of the food, and it aims at increasing the exports also from the country. Now, as part of this Purvodaya initiative, which is there for Bihar, National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management in Bihar has to be set up, has to be established. This has been proposed. So this institute will play a pivotal role in supporting the growth of food processing sector in eastern India. A lot of things have gone to Bihar, it seems. So this was one of the criticisms given by one of the MPs from opposition parties. But anyways, this is how equitable development can also happen if we look at the positive side of it. Next piece of news is 4 new Ramsar sites added. This was done from the Parvati Arga Ramsar site in Gonda, Uttar Pradesh. Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, announced this. And this was done on World Wetlands Day. World Wetlands Day is observed on 2nd of Feb every year. This was the day when the Ramsar Convention in 1971 got signed. Now, with the addition of these 4 new Ramsar sites in India, total Ramsar sites are 89 in India. And states like Jharkhand and Sikkim, one of these 4 sites which have been added, one is in Jharkhand, one is in Sikkim, and these are the first Ramsar wetland sites for these states. So, this is a fact which you need to know. So, bit about Ramsar and this World Wetland Day. World Wetland Day aims to generate or raise awareness about vital role of wetlands in sustaining biodiversity. On this very day, the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands was adopted 2nd February 1971 in Ramsar, Iran. And it aims to protect wetlands worldwide by recognizing their ecological significance, this particular convention. What was the theme for 2025 World Wetland Day? The theme was protecting wetlands for our common future. This was the theme. Now, new sites added. First is the Udhwa Lake in Jharkhand. Freshwater wetland, habitat for migratory birds. First Ramsar site in Jharkhand it is. Next is Thangal in Tamil Nadu, wetland ecosystem supporting diverse flora and fauna. Sakara Kotai in Tamil Nadu, rich biodiversity important for fish and water flow. And next is Khechio Lake in Sikkim, first Ramsar site in Sikkim, cultural importance this lake has. So as I said, the total Ramsar sites are 89 now, and this is the first Ramsar site in Sikkim and Jharkhand. Tamil Nadu is the state which has the highest number of Ramsar sites, 20 sites now, followed by Uttar Pradesh with 10 sites. In total, 89 sites in India. Now, in June 2023, Government of India launched this initiative called as Amrit Dharohar Initiative. This Amrit Dharohar Initiative was also linked with conserving wetlands, especially the Ramsar sites, through key components such as species and habitat conservation. The first thing you need to know is that Amrit Dharohar was not only for preserving or conserving Ramsar sites, other wetlands also which are there in India, because in India there are multiple wetlands, hundreds or thousands of wetlands, but yes, 89 of them are Ramsar sites. So this Amrit Dharohar initiative aims to conserve the wetlands, especially the Ramsar sites. So species and habitat conservation have to be done. Nature tourism has to be promoted in these sites. Wetland livelihood, because these wetlands, they act as sources of livelihood for many people in the country. So we have to promote that. Water sports can be there, farming can be there, or for that matter, someone is depending upon pearl farming or pearl growing in these wetlands, that can be promoted. Anything. These are what, the economic significances or economic benefits of these wetlands. Then wetlands carbon, they are, very big sink of carbon. The other day we talked about the blue carbon, and the mangroves, which are also wetlands, they have 3 to 5 times more capacity of holding carbon or sinking in carbon as compared to the terrestrial forests. So carbon sequestration is much better over there in this. But there are certain threats to wetlands, and the biggest threat to wetland is pollution. Pollution from industrial effluents and untreated sewage. This is one of the biggest threat to wetlands worldwide. And this is none other than anthropogenic activity, human activity, which is doing so. So this needs to be taken care of. Next is Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Now, this scheme was also announced in this particular budget, 2025-26. What is the focus of this Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana? To improve productivity, sustainability, and socio-economic well-being of farmers. Socio-economic well-being of farmers, which are there in those 100 districts with low productivity. So, again, it is aiming at making agriculture equitable. It will impact 1.7 crore farmers in the country. So, this is what it means about this Yojana. It aims to boost agricultural production or productivity, that is but obvious, crop diversification and adoption of sustainable farming practices, specifically targeting areas with low agricultural output. Focus areas, improvement in post-harvest storage. A lot of food grains get wasted, and since they are wasted, then farmers don't get income for that. But for those grains, farmers have invested. They have given the input cost, fertilizer, seeds and all. But they don't get the returns on that because they get wasted. So we need to improve post-harvest storage and other things about it. Irrigation facilities, obviously, that have to be increased. Only 40% of the net sown area in the country is under irrigation. We need to increase it, and we need to make it less dependent upon rainfall, because in these areas or in these times of climate change or global warming, the weather is getting more and more unpredictable. We need to give them credit support. Provision of both short-term and long-term credit to farmers is there. And program is expected to impact around 1.7 crore farmers in 100 districts with low productivity. And this scheme will also be focusing about partnerships. It will be executed in collaboration with state governments and through the convergence of existing agricultural schemes. So we need to focus upon the existing agricultural schemes. We need to achieve saturation over there. This will help Dhan Dhanya Yojana. We need to focus upon partnering with the state governments. This is cooperative federalism. It will come into picture over here. That becomes important. The funding allocation for this. So specifically, if I say that for this particular scheme, Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Yojana, no separate fund was there. But yes, the sub missions under this particular scheme, like mission for pulses was there, mission for vegetables was there. For those missions, funds have been allocated, like 1000 crore for mission for pulses, 500 crore for mission for vegetables and fruits, 100 crore for Makhana board to be set up in Bihar, 100 crores for the hybrid seed mission, 500 crores for the cotton technology mission. So this is how funds are allocated. Self-sufficiency mission for pulses. Now this is something which is concerning for India, since there is a paradox attached with pulses. India is the largest producer, consumer and importer of pulses in the world. Pulses like tur, urad and masoor, they are, you know, uh, some some of the pulses which we import, and the aim is to achieve self-sufficiency in the production of these. Over the past decades, government has already made progress towards self-sufficiency in pulses. But yes, there are multiple pulses as of now which are still imported. That is why we are the largest importer in the world. Now, mission will ensure continued procurement by central agencies like NAFED and NCCF at minimum support prices. And minimum support prices need to be attractive for these pulses, so that farmers, more and more farmers get attracted for cultivating pulses. Government will enter into agreements with farmers, especially those in areas with surplus pulses, to procure the crop at remunerative prices. Then next is National Mission on High Yielding Seeds. High yielding variety of seeds for the very first time were introduced during Green Revolution in India. So we need to further improve the seed quality. We need to focus on more and more research and development so that these seeds, they become climate resilient as well. Now, just in context, this is coming to my mind that in 2022 there was a lot of problem with respect to wheat productivity in the country. There were heat waves in the month of March. This weather unpredictability was there due to climate change, and those heat waves led to the, I would say, spoiling of the wheat crop. India also imposed export bans in that year. So next year, I was reading a news that PUSA has come up with a new variety of seeds for wheat, which can be sown early as October, and can be cultivated as early as February. Now, this early sowing and early cultivation will make that wheat, variety of wheat, it was HD3385 something variety of wheat it was, it will make that wheat climate resilient. ठीक है, अभी heat waves have started to come in March. That year they were there, but generally heat waves are there April, May, तब तक तो cultivation happens. But that year it came in March. But with this variety of seed, we can cultivate in February. How this was possible? This was possible with due research and development on it. So we need to make it climate resistant, we need to make it pest resistant. That is how it will be high yielding. The mission will make more than 100 new seed varieties developed since July 2024, commercially available to farmers. Then mission for cotton productivity. Purpose is to enhance cotton farming's productivity and sustainability with a focus on extra long staple cotton. The cotton is the only crop in the country which is genetically modified and available for commercial cultivation. We need to further, look into that. Commercial cultivation, availability of, genetically modified seeds for cotton has led to increase in productivity of cotton. This initiative is part of India's broader strategy to rejuvenate textile sector, ensuring a steady supply of quality cotton for domestic production. Then enhanced loan limit for farmers. So new loan limit is they can take loans up to 5 lakh rupees. Earlier was 3 lakh rupees. And this is under modified interest subvention scheme. So if you take the loan as farmer and if you are able to pay the EMIs timely, then effectively you get cashback and all and other support from the government. The interest rate is 4%. And this is very low for the farmers. If they go to take loan from the open market, the charges over there are around 12% or 18% or maybe at times 24% to 36% also from the local money lenders. This is, just 4%. So definitely this is beneficial. Now, self-sufficiency in urea fertilizer. Fertilizer is also one such component which we import. And urea is one of the most widely used fertilizers in our country. Now we are coming up, our government has announced a new fertilizer plant in Assam, Namrup, Assam. And the capacity of that will be 12.7 lakh metric tons. Goal is achieve self-sufficiency in urea production to ensure the steady availability of fertilizers for farmers. Budget allocation for agriculture. It was 1.37 lakh crore for Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare for 2025-26, 4% increase from the previous year. If I bifurcate it, the 1.27 lakh crore for Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare and 10,466 crore for Department of Agricultural Research and Education. So research is something where we are struggling and special funds should be allocated for that as well. Now, key schemes allocation, PM Kisan scheme. PM Kisan is all about giving input support to the farmers. 6,000 rupees disbursed in 2,000 installment each to the farmers so that they can buy agricultural inputs. For that, 63,500 crore rupees has been allocated for the next fiscal. And Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, an insurance, crop insurance scheme, for that 12,242 crore rupees have been allocated by the government. So yes, agricultural sector looks promising, but We need to focus more upon this. We need to make it more commercially viable. We need to focus upon increasing the incomes of the farmers by hook or by crook. I would say by increasing productivity, if the farmer's income increase, that is a win-win situation for everyone. It will not only ensure food security, but it will increase the farmer's income. It will increase the exports from India, and it will put India on the global stage as the food basket of the world. So this is something which we need to achieve. Being a Krishi Pradhan Desh, definitely we can do that. Next is the MCQs based on these three topics. First is, which of these are focus areas under National Manufacturing Mission? Ease of doing business, technology accessibility, quality enhancement. Only three, only two and three, only one and three, or all of the above. Second, which sectors will be focused upon under the National Manufacturing Mission? Footwear manufacturing, toys manufacturing, clean tech manufacturing, hardware for data centers manufacturing. Find the correct combination. Third, consider the following statements with respect to India and the Ramsar Convention and mark the correct one. India has the highest number of wetlands in the world now. India is a founding member signatory of the Ramsar Convention. Only one, only two, both one and two, neither one nor two. Fourth, consider the following pairs and mark how many of them are correctly matched. Wetland, Tirthangal, is it in Jharkhand? Udhva Lake, is it in Tamil Nadu? Or Khichiopalri Lake, is it in Sikkim? Only one pair is correctly matched, only two pairs are correctly matched, all the pairs are correctly matched, or none of the above pairs are correctly matched. And fifth question, consider the following statements with respect to announcements done in the budget 2025-26 and mark the correct one. The PM Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana aims at developing 100 districts with high productivity. Makhana board has to be established in Bihar. Only one, only two, both one and two, neither one nor two. So try to answer them correctly. Now, MCQs of 1st of February. First, consider the following statements and mark the correct one. First is, Uttarakhand becomes the first state in India to implement Uniform Civil Code. So it is not the first state. There is Goa, which is there. Although in Goa, Uniform Civil Code was existing before independence. It was called as the Portuguese Civil Code. Since 1961, Goa became part of India. So before that, that was existing. But since it is a state in India, so now we cannot say that, Uttarakhand has become the first state to implement Uniform Civil Code. This statement goes wrong. Implementing a Uniform Civil Code is mentioned as a DPSP in the Constitution. Yes, Article 44, it is mentioned. So only two is going to be the correct option over here. Second, the Uniform Civil Code aims to establish uniform laws for which of the following aspects? Marriage, religious practices, inheritance of property, or adoption. So I tell you, four things are there: marriage, divorce, inheritance of property, and adoption. So since divorce is not there, so this is going to be 1, 3, and 4, and this is going to be the correct option, that is D. Religious practices, every religion is free to practice their own practices. Which of these countries has completely implemented a uniform civil code? Let me tell you, friends, there is no country in the world, which has a complete uniform civil code. Neither USA, nor France, nor Turkey. It is none of the above, hence. So D is going to be the correct option over here. Fourth, which of these are symptoms of GBS? That particular, disease which is spread in Pune, Guillain-Barre syndrome. So paralysis, yes, extreme form, it reaches paralysis. Gastrointestinal issues like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and such like. Muscle weakness, yes. So all of the above is the correct option over here. And the last question, which of these microorganism pathogens can cause the Guillain-Barre syndrome, GBS? First is bacteria, second is virus. Actually, this can be caused by both, but the present is caused by bacteria. So it does not mean that it cannot be caused by a virus. Virus can also cause it. Hence, both can cause this particular disease. So yes, this is how you need to look at it. So with this, we have come to an end of today's session. I will be seeing you tomorrow now with more such informative news pieces. Till then, you guys very well know what to do. Keep studying, keep reading, keep writing, and most importantly, keep revising. Namaste, Jai Hind.